Good evening.
Good evening.
What is your name?
Ramon.
What is your primary language?
Spanish.
And what is your level of English proficiency from 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
3.
Did you have any recent experience at the clinic or the hospital?
Yes.
And does your doctor speak Spanish?
No.
Did you get a translator during your clinic visits?
No.
What about when making appointments? Did you get a translator?
No.
Okay. And how long did you stay in the hospital?
3 days.
3 days. When the doctor was giving you your surgical procedure information, was it in English or in Spanish?
English.
And how well did you understand it?
Okay. 1 to 10, 8.
8. Okay. What about your discharge instructions? Were they in English or in Spanish?
My what?
Your discharge instructions.
Oh, English.
And from 1 to 10, 10 being you understood it well, how well did you understand your discharge instructions?
8.
And if they were in English, what made it easier for you to understand the discharge instructions?
This, I don't get it.
You said that the discharge instructions
Yes.
were in English.
Yes.
How well did you understand it, and what made it easier for you to understand?
It's easy for me in Spanish, but I understand like a pamphlet. Yes, they sent me the pamphlet.
So, for your discharge instructions, was it in English or in Spanish?
It was the pamphlet, and it was in Spanish.
Okay. But when the doctor gave you the discharge instructions, was it in English or in Spanish?
English.
In English. Okay. So before the doctor came, he gave you the pamphlet first in Spanish, and then he came after, like the next day, to give you verbal instructions in English.
Yes.
And the pamphlet in Spanish made it easier for you to understand the verbal
yes,
instructions. Okay. What about your medications? Were they in English or in Spanish?
Spanish.
And how well did you understand your medication instructions since they were in Spanish?
Oh, very well.
Very well. Okay. Did you know that it was your right to acquire appropriate translator?
Yes.
And throughout your hospital stay, how many times did you get a translator overall?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Throughout your hospital stay, throughout your hospital and clinics experience, how many times did you get a translator?
Never.
Never? Okay. And how would you rate your overall hospital, your clinic and hospital experience with regards to language communications? How would you rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being excellent and 1 being the worst?
Wow. 6.
6 out of 10?
Yes.
And what would make your experience a lot better?
Oh, I see. I have a translator.
Translator at all times?
Yes, all time is much better.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.